Well, guys, the Democratic Party is their own worst enemy. And I hope that they actually fail, guys. This party has learned nothing whatsoever. You know what, guys? To be honest, the country would actually be much better if the Democrats were actually sane. But this party is not sane. This party has veered off a cliff. Folks, there's a reason why Trump actually won the popular vote. Because people are waking up that the Democrats are completely insane. Now, President Trump signed an executive order that banned sex changes for children. Yes, anyone under the age of 18. I'm not using the left's language of gender affirming care. You know, that sounds much better, right? Than sex changes. You know, giving drugs that could actually be irreversible to children. Yes. I mean, the left, man, they got the language down on lock when it comes to that. I'm not using that language, folks. Gender affirming care is sex changes for minors, mutilation of the body, destroying the hormones, guys. The Democrats want to do that to your children. Trump said no. There's a bunch of kids, man, that have been harmed by these sex changes. Trump said no. But guess what, folks? A Joe Biden appointed judge said, nah, Trump, you can't do that. Because now a woke judge has now restricted President Trump's executive order, guys. He does not want to protect children. This is the Democratic Party, folks. This is the Democratic Party. Almost no one believes that kids should be doing this to their bodies, man. Only the craziest of the craziest parents want this to happen to their children. And I believe, folks, that these parents should actually have their parental rights taken away. Because I consider this to be child abuse. You know what, man? These Democrat judges, man, they're not even judges. They are activists on the bench. And we shouldn't have activists on the bench. You're supposed to be judges. I believe, folks, the Democrats are going to pay a huge price for this, folks. A huge price. So let's go and get into it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. We have our member live stream every single Friday. So like in a couple of hours at the time of this recording, we will have our member live stream. Just starts at $5 per month. We appreciate the support. If you watch on Rumble, you can click that join button and support us on Locals. So here we go, guys. Right here. Judge pauses Trump executive order restricting child sex changes. Folks, this is demonic. This is demonic, folks. Why would you actually want to do this to children? And the judge's name is Brendan Abel Herson. Yes, a Joe Biden appointee to the bench in Maryland. And you know what, guys? This is another reason why the Democrats are having problems keeping men. When you actually do stuff like this. It says here, on Thursday, a federal judge in Maryland temporarily halted President Donald Trump's executive order restricting child sex changes for minors. The lawsuit was brought forth by the ACLU on behalf of the LGBTQ groups and young people who identify as transgender. U.S. District Judge Brendan Herson issued a 14-day restraining order placing the executive order on pause. You know how much damage could actually be done in 14 days, guys, when it comes to sex changes for kids? A lot. A lot of damage could be done. Wow. U.S. District Judge Brendan Herson issued a 14-day restraining order placing the executive order on pause, the Associated Press reported. Herson, a Biden appointee, said that the order, quote, seems to deny that this population even exists or deserves to exist. That was not even in the executive order, folks. This is crazy. A judge is supposed to interpret the law. And this guy, man, just went out of his way saying this is denying that this population exists. No, this is about protecting children from left-wing extremists like you. In the emergency motion, lawyers wrote that, quote, over the past week, hospitals across the country have abruptly halted medical care. No. Sex changes for transgender people under the age of 19, canceling appointments and turning away some patients who have waited years to receive, and they put this here, medically necessary care for gender dysphoria. In other words, sex changes, mutilate the bodies of kids, and argued that the orders signed by Trump are, quote, unlawful and unconstitutional. Wow. Under the Constitution, it is Congress, not the president, who is vested with the power of the purse. President Trump does not have unilateral power to withhold federal funds that Congress has authorized and signed into law. And he does not have the power to impose conditions on the use of funds when Congress has not delegated to him the power to do so. The lawsuit took issue with two executive orders that Trump signed: the Protecting Children from Chemical and Surgical Mutilation Order and the Defending Women from Gender Ideology Extremism and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government Order. Wow. These people, man, are denying reality. They are denying reality, folks. Quote, President Trump cannot override these statutes and require federal grantees to engage in precisely the discrimination that Congress has prohibited, nor does he have the authority to violate the equal protection rights of thousands of transgender people under 19, including the transgender plaintiffs, by depriving them of necessary sex changes, see what I did there, solely on the basis of their sex and transgender status, the motion stated. The attorneys claim the orders gravely threaten transgender people in the United States by pitting the health and well-being of that vulnerable minority population against the health and well-being of countless others and millions of dollars in federal funding. They have caused and will continue to cause severe and irreparable harm if this court does not issue a temporary restraining order enjoining the agency defendants from implementing and enforcing Section 3 of the Gender Identity Order and Section 4 of the Denial of Care Order. Folks, the left has lost their minds. They have lost their minds. They are definitely pushing, man, to castrate your little boys. Chemically. Maybe even physically, folks. They want to do the same thing to your little girls. Children cannot consent to this. They can't do it. They do not understand whatsoever. I mean, folks, we have got to get the left out of our school systems, guys. Because I believe a lot of this stuff, man, is being pushed in government-run education. Folks, you got to pull your kids out of these schools. It's just that simple. You got to pull them out of gov ed. And you have to force your state to have school choice. The left doesn't want that, man. The left does not want school choice because if they lose the schools, they've lost all the indoctrination that would actually go into these schools. So, for example, if your kid is going to a school and they come back and they start spewing all this crazy leftist ideology, you can pull them out and change them over to another school. And left doesn't want that, man. They want your kids to remain in these schools so they can be indoctrinated into left-wing lunacy. And this is Democratic Party today, guys. This is the Democratic Party. And now you actually got some of these people on the bench. This is absolutely insane. Gonna leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you next time.